Mercedes T80. The Mercedes-Benz T80 was a vehicle developed and built by Mercedes-Benz, designed by Ferdinand Porsche to break the world speed record on land before the Second World War. The technical data. Name, DB603 V12 by Daimler-Benz. Total weight, 2,896 kilograms. Power, 3,000 horsepower, 2210 kilowatts at 3,200 Nm of torque. Engine, 44.5 liters. Wheels, 6, 7 by 31. Length, 8.24 meter. Width, 3.20 meter. Height, 1.74 meter. Drag coefficient, 0.18. Speed, estimated at between 550 to 750 kilometers per hour, 340 to 465 miles per hour. The T80 is currently on display in the Mercedes-Benz Museum located in Germany Untertürkheim. Many would love that Mercedes fully revise the T80 and see if the car would pass the test and really reached 750 km per hour, 465 miles per hour. German project designed by Hans, world-renowned racer, was to beat the world speed record, and he convinced Mercedes-Benz to build a special prototype for the attempt. Officially ordered by Hitler himself, the project was launched in 1937. The automotive god, Ferdinand Porsche, aimed the first speed attempt to 550 km per hour, but after successful races by John Cobb, land speed record, in 1938-39, the target speed was increased to 600 km per hour. In 1939, when the project was initiated, the target speed was 750 km per hour, much higher therefore. Since it would also be the first attempt to land speed record on German soil, Hitler praised the T80 as another propaganda triumph of German technological superiority. The T80 has been fully completed at a cost of 600,000 Deutsche Marks. He was driven by a massive inverted V12 DB603, a derivative of Daimler-Benz 44.5-liter engine of the DB601 aircraft which equipped the Messerschmitt Bf 109. The DB603 engine installed on the T80 was the third and had an astonishing power of 3,000 horsepower. The engine used a mixture of methyl alcohol, 63%, benzene, 16%, ethanol, 12%, acetone, 4.4%, nitrobenzene, 2.2%, diavgas, 2%, and ether, 0.4%, with the injection of MW, methanol water, for the cooling and the pressure load. The vehicle received 3 axles, the motor driving the 2 rear axles, for maximum traction. The T80 was long, over 8 meters, weighed more than 3 tons, the motor had 3,000 horsepower, and at that time Joseph Mickel, a specialist in aerodynamics, said was then possible to achieve speed reaching 750 km per hour, 465 miles per hour. Aerodynamically, the T80 had 2 small wings at its midsection to prevent the vehicle from lifting at maximum speed through a mechanism of downforce, patented 1939 by Mickel. Unbelievably, the T80 had a drag coefficient of only 0.18. Record attempts in the 1940s. Hans would have drive the T80 on a stretch of highway in Dessau, A9 today, that was 25 meters wide and 10 kilometers long. The attempt was planned for January 1940, but the beginning of the war prevented to race the T80. In 1939, the vehicle had been surnamed Blackbird by Hitler himself and had to be painted in German nationalistic colors, an eagle German. But the event was cancelled and the T80 garaged. After the war, in 1947, John Cobb tried to break the world record but could not overcome 634 km per hour, 394 miles per hour, is 116 km per hour less than the record. This record has never been beaten priori by another vehicle in conventional engine. Only cars with turbojet engine exceeded this speed in 1964 with the speed of 875 km per hour. The DB603 aircraft engine was removed from the T80 to use it on an airplane during the war, while the vehicle was moved to safety and storage in Kärnten, Austria. The T80 has survived the war and was placed later in the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart without the engine. Please leave a like and a comment. Thank you for watching till the end.